Hello everybody and welcome back to another reaction slot. More reaction slot from your favorite VTuber, Yuffie. I'm not your favorite VTuber. I know I'm not your favorite VTuber, but I'm saying that to make myself feel better. But we're back again, and actually I had two comments from before from past videos when we were watching Lazy Purple, and they wanted me to react to how it feels to suffer in SFM spooky behind the scenes. So they wanted me to look at the behind the scenes content of all the other ones, so we're gonna work our way through it and then see how that goes.
You are my favorite YouTuber.
I appreciate it, Argio. I appreciate it. Well, let's hope we get more people like you aboard whenever they see my stupid content. But let's go on ahead and get inside and see how this goes. And this is how it feels to suffer an SFM spooky.
So you like Halloween, huh? You like using the silly spells in Team Fortress 2? Well, so do I. But isn't Halloween supposed to be scary? Then what's
That's fucking crazy, dude. Now that I think about it, I forgot. Like every time that I like look at these games, mind you, I've said before that I have played this game. I wasn't good at it, so I didn't really play too much into it, and I never really got into engaging with the community, so I never really got to talk. Never really got to play TF2 a lot more than I did from before. Though interestingly enough, I did play enough to know that the game is fun. The game is fun. I'm just really bad at fucking playing games for a very long time because I end up switching like over and over and over again. I'm pretty sure you've seen from my content, a lot of the games that I do play end up being like cut off because I just don't play them. Though I don't know, the way that I engage with them just doesn't feel the way that it should is what I want to get at. It just doesn't feel like I feel like I should engage with it because there's a lot that goes on, especially with Team Fortress. It just like there's so much to do in Team Fortress, and I never really did. Am I gonna be playing it again in the future? Maybe. I might do community night, and then we'll do like fucking Team Fortress community and stuff like that. But really, it's not really something that's gonna be a part of me. But it is really fun to watch people play because, dude, the skills that go into the game are fucking insane. Like, have you seen it?
Oh, look,
magic! Magic! That's cool!
For your sake, I hope you don't do it. But if you really want a scary time, drop TF2 for a bit and visit its deranged cousin over in the software section. Source Filmmaker!
So much porn was made with Source Filmmaker. Truly blessed. By the way, that line, I don't know if everybody's heard the meme, but that's from a fucking movie called Goblins.
Watching TF was my childhood game to watch.
Oh yeah, dude. No, I used to watch a lot of fucking things, but yeah, TF2 was an interesting watch during the time when I was younger. I think it was around my teens when TF2 had came out, but I never really had a computer. I did watch a lot of like YouTube and stuff during that time. But yeah, dude, that oh my god, that's from a movie called Goblins. And it's this one scene where this guy's like, he's watching this one girl get eaten by like this witch, or by the goblins that the witch is summoning. And he's just like, oh no, they're eating her. And then they're gonna eat me. Oh my God. Like, literally the flattest fucking acting ever. It's great.
This program haunts me in my dreams, and I know it's trying to kill me. But the amount of glitches I experienced while making How It Feels to Play Engineer, I'm telling you, this shit's possessed. Gather around.
That's fucking funny. Holy
this
shit.
Halloween, I have a frightful story for you. The story of the time I had to add the Wrangler to a Source Filmmaker scene. My story starts with a prayer. Please, Valve, please update Source Filmmaker so that it doesn't use a 2008 version of TF2. Why do you curse me to manually animate things as simple as picking up engineer buildings and using the Wrangler? But they...
Bro, animators gotta be... dude, shout out to animators, 3D and 2D. Y'all fucking go through the worst shit imaginable just to get your mind, just to get your creativity and mind into these things. This is why whenever I get into art, I respect every artist that I talk to. Whether I would, oh no, I did actually talk to an animator. That's the reason why you see the little fucking little figurine dancing on my head whenever the ads play on my Twitch, which by the way, follow me on twitch.tv/Yuffie. Yeah, no, dude, like the amount of shit, it feels like it might, like, I don't think I would be able to do something like that. That is tedious amounts of work. Though, you know me, chat, I'm a gooner. I'm making a gooner game, so hopefully later on in the future you get to see that. But to be fair, I'm only a director. I'm not like the animator, not the artist. Like that just comes with so much patience. So much fucking patience.
He only responded with Dota Counter-Strike. I didn't understand. So onwards I pressed to manually animate the Wrangler. The Sentry Shield is simple enough. It's its own model. But this god-forsaken laser! This laser has stolen so many hours of my life that I'll never get back. How, you ask?
Oh no!
Wait,
I'm fucking saying this. The laser more than likely is its own entity, and he has to control how the laser works to aim in the exact area. So he has to frame by frame make the laser follow where he's pointing at. I fucking bet that's what it is.
Whoa. I began by importing the laser, but alas, it was pink! That's not right. It needs to be red. So I googled how to color it. Turns out that it's controlled by what I like to call source spaghetti. But first, a quick explanation. This is a control point. It represents a point in space and can be used to move and rotate objects. Particles usually have very simple control points. Medic's beam has 2 control points, one for where the beam starts and one for where it ends. However, the Wrangler laser has this 3rd control point that controls its color? And this is where the source
Why does it need
starts. This control point's positional X, Y, and...
Why does that even need that? In what way, in what world does a control point have to control color? What?
And Z coordinates correspond to the laser's red, green, and blue values using a scale of -255 to +255, which necessitates the equation x times 2 minus 255, where x is the RGB value that you want. What? You didn't get that?
LMAO.
That's because it makes no fucking sense!
I would
Even if you don't get it, I got it. However, no matter what I did with Control Point 2, the laser's color never changed! Well, I said, this isn't my first rodeo. Surely I can fix this in a jiffy. But how wrong I was. Firstly, I went into the particle editor to see if there was a color value in there. Eureka! There was!
Ain't no fucking way.
No matter what you do to it and its surrounding values, nothing happens. Then I wondered, just a moment, the laser is pink. And when a texture is missing in source, the default replacement is pink and black. Maybe the particle's texture is missing or broken. So I asked all throughout
it's actually
town
pretty
if someone
smart
could
to think
please
about.
lend me their version of every file
Yo,
related
bro,
to this
what's
laser.
your
I
chords?
imported them into my
in the
directory.
border of indigo and
What are
normal
your
blue.
chords? I don't know, bro. The border of indigo and normal blue. That's fucking funny, dude. That is insane. The amount of things. That's actually a very smart thing to think about, because yeah, that is true. A lot of things are like black and indigo, and no, I think it's magenta, because magenta is the color that doesn't exist. And like, just to think of that genius move.
And it was still pink.
Okay, never mind. I guess that wasn't it.
I was banging my head against my keyboard and finally decided that it's time to concede and verify the integrity of the game cache. Reinstall the whole program and deal with all the bugs that causes. But even then, it was still pink.
Fuck.
At this point, I couldn't help but think, ha! All this wasted time being a perfectionist when I could just use a different laser. So I installed this custom laser from the workshop that is supposed to be a Star Wars blaster. It's a...
That's... Why do they go through this? Why is it like I feel like I know why. The reason why you'd have to go through this is because animation isn't easy. Everything has a particular set to it. Everything has to be done in a specific way. There's very detailed things that you got to do for certain things. Molding the face, making the movements, doing a lot of things. It is insane, but holy fuck. Like, this is what I mean, that they have so much fucking patience. I would lose my shit. Instead
of a particle, so it took a while to customize it. It doesn't look great, but it works, right?
Oh,
when the camera looks at the laser from certain angles, it just disappears. Then I tried using this laser particle, and I don't even remember what happened with this one, but I assure you it didn't work. So we're back to this laser. After brainstorming with other SFM villagers, I imported the laser into a different map and realized, what the fuck? Why is it blue on this map? And that's when it hit me. Every map has a different default point where things load in when they have no other point of reference. You can see here that Badwater's default point is somewhere below Red Team's spawn. It has no rhyme or reason. The Wrangler laser has been loading in and using the default point on the map for its control point 2 value. It's a different color on every map, but it doesn't change no matter what I do. So
Oh, that's weird.
My program is successfully reading the control point 2 value, but just not changing it. Alax friend, can you please take my SFM project, move control point 2 to make the laser red, and then send it back to me? He promptly sent me this in response.
What?
That's right, his computer couldn't-
How does that happen? How do you just, who is using fucking, dude, for the people who are using SFM, holy shit, dude. How do you do it? How do you have the patience? Shit, even the people who do adult animations, how do you manage with this?
Even handle the project, so he had to make a new project that was just the laser on Badwater, which I then had to import into my project, which is its own scary, unintuitive process. But finally, here we are. It works. Despite reinstalling the program, despite verifying the game's cache, despite replacing the particle files outright, my control point 2 is just irreversibly broken. My theory, there's a ghost in my machine. But hey, at least it worked eventually, right? But that's not the only thing I had to do manually. Once a sentry gun is placed, it stops being a gameplay object and just becomes part of the scene. That means that I have to manually control its shooting, which means manually adding each individual muzzle flash. That's right, I had to copy and paste like 50 sets of these muzzle flashes and then manually tell the program, this muzzle flash occurs 1/20th of a second later, and this muzzle flash occurs another 20th of a second later, and this muzzle flash occurs another 20th of a second later, and this muzzle flash occurs another 20th of a second later, and this muzzle flash occurs another. Then, after doing
I'm getting
that,
frustrated just listening to this. I'm just frustrated listening to this, dude. What the fuck?
Individually. Truly nothing comes for granted in this program. You'd think that adding Uber charge would be a simple process, but it isn't. The default Uber in SFM is broken for some reason and always flashes like it's about to end. So you have to go download some cube map fixes. Thank you so much, SFM community, and put those in the right directory. Looks good to me, but what about the weapons? And the hats? Huh? That's right, you have to manually change every single model's
My
material
brain
that you
frying
want to
just
be
for watching you
Uber-charged.
watch
And
this
sometimes
shit.
it doesn't even work. Not only is this a time-consuming process, it's
Everything, just, I'm sorry, guys. I'll just use money. If I want to pay somebody, if I want something done in a game, if I want something done in art, if I want something done, I'm just gonna fucking be like, fuck it. If I don't have the money, I guess the idea dies in my brain because I would never be able to do something like this. This is ridiculous.
semi-permanent. Since you're actually changing the files themselves,
Oh,
scary.
God.
You have to be super
Scary.
careful or else you'll be asking yourself later on, why the hell is this pyro like half Ubered here? See these buildings? They're not actually in Source Filmmaker for some reason. They're like ghost buildings or something. I had to manually add replacement buildings myself. Nothing comes for granted in this program. But you want to get really scared this Halloween? Imagine rendering a scene you've slaved over for hours, and it
my
comes
God,
out
brother.
like this.
Oh God, not the beard,
If
bro.
you ever want to get into SFM, my friend, please remember the acronym ABAF. All beards are fucked. Something about the way these things are textured doesn't mix well with SFM. Usually there's a fix for these beards on the workshop, but I guess not enough people use the grizzled growth? Anyway, at complete random, the beard will become some crazy neon color. And you want to know something funny? It uses the same color as the Wrangler laser uses
What?
the other map's default point. Isn't that fun?
No, brother, please. Oh.
So what was my solution? Ha! Simple, really. If I render out the glitched frames individually, one at a time, manually, the beard is fine. Sounds simple if not time-consuming. Let's see how many I had to do. 462 individually rendered images just to fix this beard in one scene! And sometimes it's not even consistent. Here you'd think that the color is based on the beard's position, but look at this shit! It's blue in this camera, but green in this camera! Eventually, my friend, I could take no more, and I just asked the guy who fixed the Allfather if he could fix the grizzled growth, which he did. The moral of this scary beard story is, please don't be afraid to ask people for help. Oh, but friend, I've scary stories to spare.
Oh no, there's more.
Simple, right? Well, this is what it used to look like. These lights are Satan. They have caused an issue in every video. For the spy video, I spent a full 10-hour day trying to get rid of these lights that would bleed through all the walls. After that day, I knew not to ever try anything with these demon-possessed lights. But in this scene, I had to. I used a program to remove literally every light from the map, and you won't believe it. These lights are Satan! Eventually, a villager from the...
How do you just... Like, think about it. You go into the game, you want to remove the fucking thing. And instead of removing, you just create a disco for some fucking reason. How? How does that happen? How does that work?
SFM Discord discovered that you just have to type ent_fire space env_lightglow space kill in console. What does that even mean? I'm certain that a ghost has possessed my computer, but it doesn't always make itself obvious. Sometimes the glitches are small, like the time that this blood decal's position didn't update when I played the video forward, but it worked when I played the video backward. And then sometimes when I render something, every other frame becomes a blue mess. Definitely a ghost. And half the time I import a custom map, Source Filmmaker just breaks all its lighting. Classic ghost stuff. This one is fixable, but when even the guy making the tutorial says,
"This is the Hammer editor, and it honestly terrifies me. I can't do anything with this."
I can't say it makes me very hopeful. Of course, the program does make my life easier sometimes. Spline curves are pretty good at automating some animations, but other times they put the spirit of the devil into my characters.
Add spline curves.
Oh my God, call the exorcist! Look at this sentry. I just want it to go from this to this. A 180-degree turn. It's simple. But for some reason, the program thinks that the most efficient way to do this is a freaking backflip! Back you demon! Get out of my sentry gun! Thankfully, the program has a built-in stress reliever. Whenever I find myself getting exhausted, I just move the character's pelvis to the beat of whatever music I'm listening to for endless entertainment.
That's fucking great. I mean, that's worth it. That honestly is worth it.
Truly, countless hours have gone into trying to fix every single little mistake and glitch in all of my videos. But since you've made it to the end of this video, I think I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. There's a mistake in the engineer video, and it will probably ruin your entire perception of it.
Oh, please tell me.
In this scene where I build a mini sentry on this scout, I don't have the gunslinger equipped in the SFM animation! Ah!
That's funny.
Hey, it's me. I have a t-shirt now. You can find a link to it in the description. I also now have a secondary channel, so please subscribe to that as well.
That's fucking funny. Hey,
the
that's
Twilight
Town.
Was made possible
Twilight Town
by
Paper Mario.
Ziki,
That song is Twilight Town Paper Mario. I remember that song.
Spiptrap, David Claridge, DDJ Sonic 1991, Frozen Spaghetti, Jake Eves, Muzzy, Nate Cummings, Oast, Plastic Fondue, Salcow, Tim, Torbjorn Highland, Trophy Waifu, and Waffle God of Puns. You all,
dude, that's fucking funny. But just listening to this entire fucking thing about like how many mistakes happen, the smallest things that fuck everything up. Yeah, no, dude, I wouldn't be able to. I would die instantly trying to get through all of this. What the fuck do you mean that one thing causes another thing to explode, and then you have to fix that one thing, and then and it within itself going into the files individually fixing each and every single one of them? How did they do that? How did they even manage? How did they even make TF2 to begin with? Holy shit, dude. Is that just normal for video games? Is that just fucking normal? Fuck! I'm so glad I'm not the one who's doing the technical shit. Fuck! But anyway, thank you very much for coming by. I really do appreciate it. If you want more content, I have links below to my comic. If you want to read that, I'm the writer. I also have 2 illustrators that have worked on the comic previously.
Hey, I guess you'll find out the problem soon, Kappa.
Don't even remind me. But yeah, I have the comic. First artist was NT Social Micro, and then we have a new artist who is Naga Neum, who does that art. amazing work from both of them. I would highly recommend, if you'd like to go read the comic, it's on my Patreon, my Pixiv, my Webtoons, and my Tapas. Also, another thing too, if you'd like to support me as well, you can support me on my own Patreon at that you can find the link below too. All money that goes from there goes into the art that is for the people who are in the higher tiers, like 3, for the people who want to see the more spicier stuff, and also goes into funding for the comic pages that are there to basically make sure that we keep the comic going. I do pay all of it out of pocket, but I do hope that maybe at some point I do have enough to continue on this thing. And if I end up getting a lot more beyond just the comic itself, then we are definitely going to be using that money to improve streams and as well as other activities as well. But yeah, no, thank you very much for coming by. I really do appreciate it. I love the support, and I make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next behind the scenes video. Ooh, these are going to be posted like literally as soon as I get the chance to, like legit. Like if you see this video like next, just know that this video, these are like things I'm currently reacting to at the time, like at the earliest convenience, basically. But yeah, no, thank you very much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time. Mwah. Love you all. Bye, everybody.